Good afternoon. This is the class of Social Studies, and the topic for today it is rights and responsibilities. So you need your social studies notebook, and let's start. What is a right? We have a definition here. A right is something a person has which people a right is something a person has which people think should not be taken away. It is a rule about what a person is allowed to do or have. Rights may be put into law, so they have legal protection. So, rights are something you have, and should not be taken because it's yours, and it's a rule what is allowed to do or have, and the rights are laws too. We have the first one, the number one, the right to life. Everybody have this right. You born, I born, and we need to live our lives. This is the first, the right of lives. And we can see here a picture of a baby that born. The number two, sorry. The right to liberty and freedom. You are a human, and one of your rights it is to have freedom of choice. You can, for example, choose if you want to be doctor, if you want to be teacher, if you want to be architect, if you want to travel around the world. Everything you want to do, you are free of do it because it's a right. We have the right of freedom. We can see here a picture of a bird, of birds that are free now. You are free to choose whatever you want. Nobody can tell you, hey, you need to be doctor and maybe you want to be teacher. No, because it is your freedom. The number three, it is the right to live your life free of discrimination. You know that there are people with white skin, there are people with dark skin, there are people with blue eyes, there are people with dark eyes, there are people tall, there are people short. We have different physical features, and we don't need to be discriminated for that because we are humans. So we are free of discrimination. If someone is with dark skin, you won't tell to them, "Hey, nigga." No, why? Because maybe his skin or her skin is dark, or his or she have a name, as we have a name. So the number three, it is the right to live your life free of discrimination. And we can see a picture of two different persons that are friends. The number four, the right to freely exercise your religion and practice your religious belief. That means that doesn't matter if you are Catholic, if you are Christian, if you believe in God, if you don't believe in God, if you believe maybe in Buddha, if you believe in Allah, because in each part of the world the persons have different beliefs about God, so you are free of choose your religion. Doesn't matter if you are testigo de Jehová, si usted es cristiano, si usted es evangélico, si usted es mormón. You can choose whatever you want because this is a right. The right to freely exercise your religion and practice your religious beliefs. Number 5, the right to freedom of speech. Speech is when you talk and you give your opinions to many people. You are free to do it. You are free to do it. For example, there are a group of person and they are talking about something and you want to give your opinion. You are free of do it because it is a right. The right to freedom of speech. And we can see in a picture of a girl that she's giving an opinion. The number 6, the right to be free from slavery. This is very, very, very complicated because the slavery it is not allowed. It's something awful for me. It's something that it is awful, ugly. It is good that you work to someone, maybe in in a business or in whatever you want. It's good that you work for someone and you earn money for your work, but it is not good that you work and you suffer and you don't receive anything. That is horrible. But that is a right. The right to be free from slavery. And number 7 and last one is the right of happiness. Is right. You want to be happy? Okay, you are free of it. That is a right. So now we know what are the rights. It's something you have. We have the right of life, the right to be free of discrimination, the right of happiness, etc. Now we have what are the responsibilities. What is a responsibility? It's a thing which one is required to do as part of a job, role, or legal obligation. Okay, we are citizens and we have rights. But we have responsibilities too. We have responsibilities because we are citizens. Let's see some examples. The number 1 is going to school. Yes, it's a responsibility. I know that sometimes you don't want to go into school and do homework because it's boring, but it is your responsibility. It is. It is necessary because when you grow up, you can be a doctor, you can be a teacher, you can be an architect, you can be an actor, you can be whatever you want. The number 2 is obeying the laws. That is a responsibility. For example, if in the news the president says that it is not allowed to be in the streets because the coronavirus, you need to obey the laws because it's our responsibilities. The number 3 is paying taxes. When you buy something, whatever thing you can imagine, an egg, meat, a computer, a bed, whatever thing you imagine, you are paying taxes. You are, in other words, you are giving money to the state, to the president. And why you are giving money to the president? Because this money helps you in the hospital, helps in the schools, helps in things that are service for you. So it's a responsibility to pay taxes. Number 4, voting. When we are choosing a president, our responsibility is to choose the president. How we can choose the president body? We can choose if we want this president or the other. The number 5, community service. Community service is when, for example, the streets of your community are dirty, have garbage. So maybe you can give community service and start to cleaning the streets with your neighborhoods or things like that, or maybe buying something for the community. That is community service. And we have the last one, that it is work. It's a responsibility to work for your family, for yourself, and for the community, and for the society. Now, what is your homework? Your homework is write in your notebook 10 rights and 10 responsibilities, and paste a picture for each one. For example, and we have the example here. We have the number for buying, and we have a picture. We have paying taxes, and we have a picture. So you will put a picture for each one. You can print the picture. You can cut it from old books. You can cut it for newspaper, or you can draw. But if you draw, you need to color. You need to color and make the drawings. So this is the homework, and this is the class for today. Goodbye. Remember, send me the homework for yesterday, the homework of writing too. Goodbye.